Hi everyone, delonewolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online and welcome to a first quick look at the Parallax release. Now, what I feel is like the biggest part of this release is actually something that will hopefully not be visible. That's because Brain in a Box has been released for TQ. Normally it should just improve performance and hopefully it hasn't broken anything while being deployed. So we'll keep one eye on that while I do the video. But before that, the things that we definitely should do after we log in for the first time with Parallax, let's take a look here. Maybe I can find the camera bobbing. There we go. That's something, if you make videos, you want to get rid of that because a steady camera is actually something that's pretty good, I think. And then in audio, we should have override dynamic music with classic EVE music under the asteroids. Stuff like that should be back. Now you can't really set the music to what you want to, but I think those are two things that are pretty good, and I definitely feel that I'll want to play and make videos like this rather than have like the same atmospheric sounds. At least switch it up from time to time with some actual EVE music. Maybe I should try increasing the audio a little bit and see if it actually works, of course. Yeah, I can hear it in the background. This is so nostalgic for me, really cool. And then another big one should be the new probe window. So I'm here in the Gila, which is the one that I use for probing and exploring for combat sites out here close to Providence. So let's take a look at that. My probe scanner window itself is gone from its place, so let's see if we can put this one in the same position. And then what does D-scan look like? Directional scan, another window, which I usually put right here. I think, no, actually, I put the D-scan down here. Okay, so we have a little bit of UI work to do. And where is, oh, here's the scan button for that. Okay, understood. There's no signature here, so let me quickly grab a dotlan map because I'm still not too familiar with all the HISEC systems here. I tend to try to go to K1Y a little bit, and Chunka right next door is still a safe system. So let's see if we can actually find something over there and check out the new probe scanner window and D-scan, which, yeah, that's one comment that I saw immediately. Normally you would think that this is the press button to scan. Now it's on the left side. It's gonna take a little bit of getting used to remember to scan over here. So here, for instance, we get a nightmare on this scan and then a maelstrom as well. Probably some guys running some missions. But that will take some getting used to because this solar system map actually looks a lot like the scanning button that we used to have. So maybe I would have like switched those two around, but I guess they want to keep the solar system map button in the upper right corner. Same with the probe scanner window. That's of course a logic as well. Well, the music doesn't sound that loud for me. Could be my headphones as well. But we'll just keep going. I do want to see what has become of the scanning, probe scanning now with this new window here. So let's see if it works. Oh, of course I have to decloak. I have one signature here, GEG or JEG. Let's deploy the probes. Normally we would go straight to the window, so we have to reset that a little bit as well. So you have like a little bit of work to do. But after that I think we'll be... Oh, and did a second one just spawn? Scan results, everything should be showing, and yet I see, let's get launch formation, pinpoint formation. There we go. All right, and moving them. What the hell? They're deployed, but let's press and analyze. Let's see if that works, but should be able to move them. I should have a few arrows at least. Interesting. This is definitely not exactly how I remember it on CC either. So I can reduce that, but how do I move them? I would like... nope, that's for the map. What the hell did you do, CCP? Because I don't see it. Let's see. Is it maybe in one of the options? Let's get rid of a couple of these so that it's less cluttered. Planets can go. Scanner probes. Let's see if I can get... Oh, maybe it's with this. Can I move? Nope. One right in the middle or something? This one? Nope. So that's really not that useful either. Stargates, I tend to keep them. Here's the stations, the sun, and territorial claim units. Well, we can keep that. That's not really applicable here. But how the hell do I move my probes closer to the signature? And why do I only see one signature here when there should be a second one here as well? Really strange. Let me see. 0 filtered. Everything should be shown. And that's just the probes, which I don't need to see all of them. So what the hell? Come on, we're going to somehow figure this out. Deactivate probe, scan range, recover probe, destroy probe. No, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to, yeah, like move. Okay, so for reducing the size of the probe range, that works as normally. But to move the probes, that's completely unintuitive for me, considering how I used to do it. Maybe I should, let's try recovering the probes. Recover active probes here, save current formation. No, alright, let's recover the probes and deploy another set. They're just deployed right back, and again, I don't have any real means to move them here. How strange. Gonna have to figure that one out. What? That's the entire map. Any options here? Align with camera, we'll do that. Oh, that's probably gonna be my D-scan then. What we see here, I think. That's possible. And then all I need to find out now is... How do I get... Ah, I can press... I needed to press shift once to actually get them to move? Okay. Strange, strange, strange. That's pretty unusual. And now I can't actually move the camera over there anymore. Strange again. Alright, some weird quirks here, honestly. First time I'm using... I should be able to focus on them. Can I double space or focus on probe? So it's just a relic site, so it's not that important. But why does it keep resetting my camera at the middle? It's not like I asked for that. That's pretty annoying as well. Not sure how... Oh, of course. That's this option. Align with the camera, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Okay, lesson learned on this one. Let's try to finish the relic site and then we'll check another system. Do everything back from step 1. And in the meantime, let's also quickly check if... Yeah, that is bound to be the D-scan because it's right around me. So that's scanned. Let's also do a D-scan. Is there like a visual? Not really. Angle. Yeah, you can reduce that. So, okay, that's actually implemented. That is pretty cool. Let's maybe also quickly switch to an angle, then press scan. Anything? Just a Sanshia control tower. And do you see any of that? Not really any effects to be seen. But okay, at least, well, that's deployed. And I'm sure that people that actually use the D-scan very actively to scout will be able to make good use of that. So again, let's recover the probes. Have to get used a little bit to the new layout. Let's go to another system next door and let's do it all over again. Try to get a good feel of the scanning window, the D-scanning, and how everything works. It took me just a little while to figure it all out. What's really weird is that upon deploying the probes, I didn't get the arrows to move the probes around. And of course, aligning with the camera means that you can't just center the camera around your probes that easily. There's bound to be a shortcut for that as well. But yeah, those are some of the rookie mistakes that I came across when first trying here in the new probe scanner window. Other than that, it seems pretty functional, very responsive as well. So from the performance standpoint, I'm definitely not complaining. Let's do a quick D-scan on this one here. We get a couple Mackinaws. Okay, let's go to the next system. No scan results, so maybe I'll quickly do probe scan. Yeah, there you go. And you can see how much bigger this system is because here actually this is the range of my D-scan. That's actually really nice. That's a nice little addition right there, and I can also close here. Nice. Let's go to next system. Let's see if there's any signature somewhere. Maybe I can also reload my Scourge missiles. So out here, maybe I should also quickly talk a little bit about my experience exploring in the Gila here in the Void. It's Sandshak combat sites. They're not as easy as the Serpentis ones, which I used to have in Galente space, but the 4 out of 10, which is like an abandoned mining colony, I think, does give you a decent amount of money if you get a good drop, and it doesn't take that much longer than a Phi outpost in something like this. You do need better tank than my greedy Ishtar, but the Gila does perform really nicely for high-tech exploration out here in the Void against some Sansha. So that's been working out quite nicely as well. Let's move on to the next system, try to find at least one signature that I can scan so that I can try and find my routine, try and get used to it. Yeah, there's 3 signatures. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna move a little bit. Then we're gonna deploy the probes. We're gonna activate the map. We're going to press the pinpoint formation. Here's my D-scan. There are the signatures. I'm gonna take the larger ones down here first. And okay, looks like it was a bug from first deployment or something like that, because now I can see the move option, the move cursor for the probes right away. And so if you have the same problem as me, apparently pressing shift, which normally allows you to move individual probes, will actually force the icon to show up. So let's take the one that's hardest to scan. Let's reduce this by 2. Let's give that a try. Still, sometimes it's a little hard to actually grab these arrows, but they do light up in red now when you actually have them. So, okay, slight improvements. I actually like it. I don't feel out of my comfort zone compared to what it was before the patch. So all in all, we've got a desolate site. That's not really great. And then this one is at 0%, but should be decently close. So let's increase this a little bit. And take another look at this one. So a desolate site is not really great. And over here we actually have some dust players in local as well. That's always nice to see. Going down a bit. But if I had to give one comment about something that I'm noticing now, is that there's a bit less room between the different signatures. It does save space, but it makes it a little bit harder to actually figure out which ones. So that's another relic site, nothing that I actually want. And I'm only at 82%. Maybe I should quickly do him to 100% if I can. Let's see. Where the hell are you? I'm actually gonna get rid of the probes. Because honestly, they don't do that much. They just sit in the way of the even smaller signature icons here as well. So I would definitely get rid of the probes, I think. Let's analyze that, put that to 100%, and let's see if that bar stays green. Because that was something, it was just from the corner of my eye, but am I clicking on the right signature here to scan and try to find the next one? So this one is done now. I can actually warp to it, and then let's see if I switch over, grab this, switch over to the final signature, if it actually keeps a green bar down there. So again, let's move that down a little bit. Let's start scanning. Let's see what the result here gives. So if I press D-scan, there's no real indication. Okay, this is also a combat site, and the relic site stays green, and I can still warp to that. So it maintains that nicely. It's okay. If you have really a lot of signatures, I do think the closeness of all of the signatures here in this window could make for some clicking errors from time to time, but well, saving space is pretty important as well, and that's just a Sancha hideout, so nothing too special there. I can again recover probes, which is where? Right here. Alright, the layout has been changed to avoid destructing probes and recovering probes and all of that. I think it's going to end up being better, but it will take a little bit of time to get used to as well. But overall, yeah, I managed to figure it all out pretty easily, except for the one apparent bug where for the first time I deployed my probes, there was no option to actually move them, but that was simply fixed with shift. Other than that, everything feels functional and performing the way it should. And I'm also seeing, let me quickly see here, just a button layout. You'll need to get rid of that a little bit. And then here now, the camera wobble is gone, you know, pretty straight camera right here in one place. I actually think that this is going to be better for video making. And then finally, of course, we have the EVE Online music, the old EVE Online music that we can enjoy once again in-game without having to go to SoundCloud. So overall, from my perspective, Parallax is a fun little release that adds some stuff that I really do enjoy. Most of the other stuff is like nullsec related, sovereignty related. I don't really get into contact with that too much, but overall I get the vibe that it's actually CCP listening to the feedback from people, like with the jump fatigue changes and the automatic regenerating of defensive structures when they're not being attacked a second time. All of that stuff was asked by the player base, and CCP is listening. So overall, so far Parallax looks pretty good. I definitely look forward to playing a little bit with the old music on, and getting used to the new probe scanner window. We'll need a little bit of time for that, but I'll definitely have fun exploring with the new setup as well. For now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.